Hello and welcome. This is Neldrin and today, let's discuss research, specifically the Fleet Tech and Research Academy. But before that, for our question of the day. What are your expectations on PR4? No announcements yet from the game developers or any leaks, so it might take longer. But for me, I'm still waiting for Yamato to have her maiden voyage in Azur. And before I start, just a quick note. This guide is intended for beginners and to those who are still intimidated by how complex this is at first glance. But don't worry, I'll try to simplify this to you. Now onto our guide. The research is unlocked at Commander level 30. This is where you can develop powerful ships and construct gears for your ships. Since Gear Lab and Meta Lab are associated with Operation Siren, don't mind these two for a while. First, let's discuss Fleet Tech. Fleet Tech in simplest terms, it gives you stat bonuses by unlocking and leveling your ships. At the same time, you collect points so that you can unlock the development of PR ships. For beginners, since your dock space is low, I highly suggest not to lock common rarity ships, with few exceptions to those who are useful until mid-game. Once your dock spaces can handle numerous ships, and you already have other methods of passive EXP grinding, then try to obtain them again to progress the Fleet Tech. For rare and above rarity, it is a case-to-case basis if you should retire them or not. If the ship is event exclusive or can be acquired via construction only, then you should keep it. But if the ship can be easily farmed on maps or can be bought to any shop, then you should retire them to save the dock space. If you are a casual player, I suggest to do up to max limit break the ship for Fleet Tech points. If you are a hardcore gamer and wanted to min-max everything, then go for level 120. Take note that leveling up your ship until 120 is time and resource consuming, especially if the ship is trash tier. Leveling all ships to 120 is more of a late game task, if you don't have anything to do anymore. Which is pretty much unlikely to happen if you are a casual gamer, given that the game always has fresh and rerun events to be busy about. The collective stat bonus that you earn from unlocking new ships and max leveling them will be given to all max limit break ships. The Fleet Tech points will be used to upgrade your faction technology, which will give additional stats too. It is also used as a requirement for unlocking PR2 and PR3 ships. Here's a summary regarding the Fleet Tech. Before we proceed, make sure to smash the subscribe button for more guides like this. The Research Academy is where you will farm for blueprints. Depending on the PR focus, which research series is most likely you will get. For example, you set your focus on PR3. Most of your research is for PR3, but there is still a low chance of getting PR1 or PR2 research. It is highly recommended to focus on one research series for a long time to farm for blueprints. Jumping from one series to another might hinder you from farming the blueprints efficiently. Each series has different blueprint drops. For beginners, PR1 ships are the only accessible to you since you don't have enough Fleet Tech points yet to do PR2 and PR3. So make sure that you are setting it to PR1 focus to farm for blueprints while developing PR1 ships. Just in case you can't do any research on your list, you can refresh the list once a day. You might ask, which research should you prioritize and which should you skip? For me, prioritize decisive PR ship blueprints. Since decisive ships are generally strong and their blueprints are hard to farm, you want to get their guaranteed blueprints when it is possible. Next on the priority list is soul forming research. Probably this is the most expensive, but it will give more PR blueprints compared to the rest of research available, plus it is only 30 minutes long. If neither of the said research is available, then most of my research will be basic research, rigging analysis, and collection, so that I can save up and farm some coins. I only do cognition research for non-decisive ships if it is blue research. The purple cognition is not worth it for me, since you are doing cognition research for the guaranteed blueprint anyway. The extra cost for an extra random blueprint is not worth it. The gold cognition depends on your willingness to spend. It is similar to soul forming, which will give numerous random blueprints, but with one guaranteed blueprint depending on the displayed ship. Similar to gold cognition research, grant donation also depends on your willingness to spend. However, unlike cognition, all blueprints are random. So if you are just investing for blueprints, you can take any rarity of this research. Try to limit doing cognition and grant donation research, especially if you are preparing for an event. I find building event ships more beneficial, since it will not require a long period of research and development to reach maximum potential. And most SR event ships are on par with PR ships anyway. Regarding the collection and rigging analysis, I skip this research if it asks for scarce resources in my inventory like blue general parts. For beginners, skip these two research since you don't have plenty of plates and equipment designs yet. As you play longer, you will have a surplus of these resources and can be easily given away to research. For cube analysis, I don't take them, since wisdom cubes are an important resource. Unlike soul forming research, which only asks for 3 cubes to give multiple blueprints. The cube analysis, it will take 10 cubes to give multiple blueprints. The blue and purple research, which will ask for 3 or 6 cubes, does not only give fewer blueprints, but also gives you all random blueprints as well. Lastly, data collection is another research that I don't recommend to take. First, it will require you to play a certain stage multiple times. Depending on the rarity of the research on how high level the stage will be. Probably you are thinking, what is the issue if you will take the easier ones? The issue here is that, all data collection research is 4 hours long. Which means, even if you take the easiest stage, it will take a long time for the research to be finished. And if you took the easiest stage to save up some oil, the rewards are not worth it. And probably you don't want to waste your oils for some random blueprints. Take note of my priority list for the Research Academy. You may alter them based on your needs and resources available. I hope that this guide helps you understand the research in Azur. If I missed something or there's something you like to add, feel free to share it in the comment section. And support my channel by subscribing and hitting the notification bell. You guys are awesome, and see you next time.